The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today? Now, if you don't know me, please get to know me. Let's build a relationship. Let's have some fun. My name is Ray. Last name is Reynolds. Write it down. The ultimate goal is very simple. All right, I'm live 6 days a week. I'm going to tell you the truth. Sometimes I'm blunt. Please forgive that. Don't ever take it personally. But the bottom line is, I want to help you get to $1 million dream. Not easy. You're going to have to work your tail off sometimes. And not everything's going to go right. But you know what we get to do? We get to fight with some knowledge and we get to play. So remember, no pictures, no recording. Ultimate goal is very simple. That's just some of the goodies I've obtained over the years. I've obtained millions and billions of goodies through corporate structure, understanding how to play the game, what I call it too. So remember, 6 days a week live, you can spend some time with me. Now I want to get this back into what the focus was with Harold Stokes and me years ago. We want to get into the high schools. We want them to understand personal credit, corporation, and structure. You see, you've all made mistakes. You brought the pain home too. If they get to listen and learn to play, I bet you we can make them better than we were. Getting your tablet and pen, let's begin. Ultimate goal is very simple. There's a diagram in front of you. I'd like you to write it down. I'd like you to think about something today. Have you ever brought the pain home? Did you make a mistake? Did somebody basically get on your case or try to sue you or knock you down? Did one of those friends and family members kind of take things away from you too? All I know is corporations are great as long as you'll know how to play. And if you have subsidiaries or divisions, you see, you watch Bank of America bankrupt 4,000 locations and write it off on their taxes. Chase Bank, all right, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo too. Bottom line is, we watch even Sam's Club. We'll turn around and watch what? Geico come out of and run out of California because they changed some rules. 11 cities fall bankruptcy. How's that possible? They're part of the system. So the ultimate goal is very simple today. I like to teach you some rules and tools that I had to create over the years and have some fun. Number one, never bring the pain home. And that's not easy to, it's easy to say, it's harder to do. To make sure you don't bring the pain home to your family. The bottom line is we don't get more than one chance under an SSN. We're going to talk about SSN and SS4 today. How you need to think and understand what a certified CFO is. The ultimate goal. Reprogram your brain into millionaire status. I call it see it, believe it, go get it, because it works for me. Now, basically, 153 years ago, all right, 14th Amendment of the Constitution, they made a corporation a legal person. They have more rights than you and me. Everybody complains about rich and famous people not paying enough tax. Well, don't complain. Why don't you just join them? You see, you got to realize it's not too late. You have the ability to basically do one thing today. Your future starts today, but you're going to have to follow through. The ultimate goal is going to be up to you. I'd always tell you what I did. I always have notes and I have basically steps and I put everything organized. See, for me, I have to reach the goal. When I have a goal, it's like I have to reach it. I can't think of anything else besides the goal because I've got to focus, see it, believe it, go get it. I always put an ugly calendar on my wall. All right, well, I set it in my living room. My wife always complained, what's that doing on my wall? You're only a guest in my house. Well, you understand the rules and tools how to play. The reality is the more she complained, the more it made me remind me of my goals. Then I reached every one. Biggest problem you got today, reaching a goal, is probably you. Sorry to say, it's probably true. The lack of knowledge. Because most people follow, all right, like sheep, and then they get sued and they're ducks. They have to duck. The reality is very simple. See, the structure is the key to everything. If I don't have a foundation or a structure, how am I expected to go accomplish a goal? Bottom line is we have to stop bringing the pain first so we can take care of the family while we go get the goal, the corp and the divisions. So let's understand. In my programs, it's pretty simple. For 44 years, helping consumers, millions and millions of people just like you, I always want to give them back 100% to times 10 their money back in personal business credit. So I watch people, some of you, spend thousands on a corporation, which I don't understand because I call that stupidity, because the reality is corporations are free. In most states, all you have to do is pay a filing fee, and then you didn't learn diddly squat. You sit there going, beep, 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 while your CPA and attorney didn't help you at all. They don't want you to know. They want to keep you silly and stupid. So you follow like sheep, and then you're ducks and eat them some more. That's just my opinion today. But again, helping rich and famous people is fun. They tend to listen and do what I tell them to do. You know, it's like Freeway Ricky Ross coming out of prison after 20 years. Here's a couple gold cards and platinums up to 4 million. Hey, Thomas, prison for 26 years. Here's enough money to get the dunk truck business going within 5 months. Does millions a year. And he wanted new ones. I said, get used. He said, no, I want new. Okay. See, everybody has the same problem. All of you. You sit at the kitchen table, and I call the kitchen table meeting with the family, and you say, we want to start a business today, and that sounds great. Then you look around, everyone's excited. But then you go, where are we going to get the money? Well, let's hawk the house. Let's jack up our credit cards. Let's screw it up. Well, that's what you did. It's just the truth. You see, here's the problem. When you have a $10,000 card in your hand, these are $50,000 cards. You think you have $50,000. You don't. You have 29%. So if we took a $10,000 card, that means you only have $2,900 to spend. But when you act like you got it all together and you jack it up, what happens to the score? Pop. There goes your score. Drops. You can't get any more. See, you got to understand how to play. But again, maybe you had a perfect life. I didn't. And I don't like bringing the pain home. So write down today's date, project 90 working days. It's very simple. And basically, I want you to understand, it'll take you 90 days in your brain to hear it again and again to get you used to me. Because that's just some more goodies I obtained on the way. You see, most people think they know it all. Sorry. When it comes to this, I'm the #1 consultant worldwide, personal business credit. Now, I will tell you what to do. And I pray to God you follow through. Now, here's a situation for clients only. If you want me to call you on a weekly basis, all right, I'm basically doing it because today you understand something. All right, today's the 15th of the month. All right, you understand what that means for me because time's ending, third quarter, fourth quarter. Today, this is the only time I'm going to offer this. If not, it's going to be removed after today. 7 calls, $4.99. 14 calls, $9.99. 19 calls, $1,499. If you want me to do some private coaching with you on the phone, there's your Zelle. If it's not done during the broadcast, don't worry, it won't be there anymore. No, the bottom line is simple. When it comes to third quarter, fourth quarter, timing is important to me. You see, what I watch people do is they wait to the last minute and then they can't do what they need. All I know is we have 4 quarters a year, March, June, September, December. When that third quarter is gone, I want to make sure all the divisions are set up. I'm concerned about 2022. I want it filed now, so that way in January, I'm on my 2nd year. See, that's important to me when I want to get a line of credit. So you got 94 days left, which means you have 68 working days. So if we look at this today, we have 94 days left of the year. That's it. When it's gone, it's gone. You don't control time, neither do I. 68 working days. So when you look at something, what I'd like to do is rebuild you in your personal credit, give you rules and tools, and we work together getting that 750 score. I'd like to get you up to $1 million of personal credit. Next, I'd like to get you some checkbook money. I'll guide you through that process as well, up to $5 million. See, here's how I look at it. How are you going to get the cash and the money you need for your business, corporation, or divisions to finance the American dream? The banks aren't going to give you, hand you $1 million. You're not going to win the lottery today, and if you did, you're going to pay tax and waste it away anyway. So if we play, you can learn how to play, and I'll hold your hand 6 days a week. So as we do this, let's understand something today. We all go through bad times, all of us. You know, I was born in a taxi. I ate out of a trash can at 3, got used and abused by Mrs. Hope. All right, then I get in a coma at 5.5. I go down that street in Torrance on Delane Street, that big hill, and my face was the brake for the bicycle. I woke up in a coma. After I woke up, I was crippled for life. But Jesus said, get up, I got up. You see, I got that inner voice I've been listening to since I was 4. 2009, worth millions and billions, nobody cares, but I'm helping people 6 days a week at Bonaventure for 30 plus years, having fun. July 4th, we took a group of people on one of the yachts in my backyard. I always ask where you park yours. So the reality is there I am laying in the hospital, and they actually take pictures. You know, the time of death is not for your family. It's for the state and federal government. That's why they have to do it. So I get to lay there. Then I get to hear someone trick my wife to sign a POA. Then I hear the nurse ask if I'm a donor. They're going to take out my heart and not give it back to me. But I was lucky. I was given a choice. Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. So for me, time is very important. So do yourself a favor tomorrow. Get up an hour earlier every day. You see, you got to find your me time. All right, that's important because you got to get that me time to focus and reach those goals. Now, as we do this, remember, I'm going to always say, see it, believe it, go get it. That's what works for me. See, your surroundings have nothing to do with what's going on. It's always a mindset. You can become anything and everything you want to be if you put your mind to it. But again, that's up to you, programming yourself into millionaire status. So I'll show you some more goodies and I'd like to help you get some goodies too. I call it getting past go. From the Lamborghini collection to the Duffy to the mansions to where I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981. See, I wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. There's a lot of stupid people in the world say you can't do this or that, or they hold you back or rip you off. So you got a choice today to listen and learn. All right, and I know it took you 3 years to get your credit report when you first started it, sat up in a little bit, and then today you learn more and add to it. Can you imagine? Some of you are anywhere from 30, 50, 60, 70 years old, and I'm going to teach you things about your personal credit you didn't know. All right, and how long you've been trying to play the game? You race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, all right, yachts, and don't forget up the Ferraris. This just is a couple goodies through the corporate structure and divisions. See, every one of those pieces is a division. I don't know if someone's going to sue me, all right, want to take it away. I don't like that. Ray's rules are very simple today. We got a chance. See it, believe it, go get it. Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO and reprogram our brain to millionaire status. Now, you have to take care of your personal credit. If you're ever going to be basically a CFO, all right, literally a certified CFO, you got to have that 750 score, because the reality is everywhere you go, they're going to knock you down. So you might want to, Google Section 611 today. Check out what you can do for yourself. Credit repair companies are flakes. They're fraud. They collect money up front and don't do diddly squat, but write stupid letters that don't work. But again, it's up to you. Federal Trade Commission says they're fraud every day. Next thing is we look at credit rebuilding. See, credit repair doesn't work because you can't hide from your debts and you hide under the blankie. But again, when it comes to the corporation or you, credit rebuilding works because you have to be part of the program. You have to understand the rules and tools to follow along while we do the work for you. Very simple. So there's 25 steps today. First, I always say get your credit reports for free. I'd go to annualcreditreport.com. Get your reports, give me the report number. Then I want you to pull out your Social Security number, your Social Security card. See, you got a Social Security card. All right, maybe mommy did it at the hospital when you were born, because that's right when Nixon took the gold standard out, or you're older and you got it for yourself to get the job because you were told to. Either way, that makes us sheep. When we look at that application right there, we got choices. It says name to be shown on card, full name at birth other than above, and other names to use. You got so many things you can do if you just pay attention and start looking behind the curtain. So the SSN equals a 1040 tax return, and then you tend to use it for personal credit. When you read the card front and back, which I don't believe you ever did, so get out your personal wallet now, and we look at it, most of the time it says do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes. Then it always says property of such administration, not you. And it says government agency. By the way, that's the IRS if you didn't know. So that's step number 2, understand rules and tools. As we play, let's keep in mind, you got your first paycheck a long time ago. You looked at your check, you freaked out. Where's my money? The IRS gets their cut before you get the leftover. That's how it's planned. See, they already planned the rules and tools. You're just trying to learn how to play and survive and pay your bills today. So the reality is very simple. They get their cut, you get the leftover, and that's what you get. And then you got to file your 1040 tax return. And now if something goes wrong, we'll become a bunch of ducks. Now, we forgot, or you forgot. What about that 14th Amendment of the Constitution? where it says and allows literally an SS4. See, we only get one SSN, so we get one chance. That's not enough chances to try to listen and learn. That's just a chance 9 out of 10 screw up. Again, it's a choice. I'll give you a personal guarantee. I'll put in writing. Long as you're part of the program, you do what you're asked to do or told to do, and you work together and we sing Kumbaya. Because then we actually achieve the goal. The ultimate goals for you. Rules are simple. Don't apply for credit. Okay? Don't jack it up. Okay? You get 4 analyzations. Don't want to make us do more. From there, we don't want to stop and start rapids. If we do, we charge a fee for that too. If you screw it up, we might throw you out of the program or make you pay a violation fee. So what's the point? Don't screw up. Again, don't apply. Don't jack it up. Simple. Now, this side's going to change as we talk. So understand, when you want to go after your creditor, because you might have some debt on your credit reports, you got to kill the debt. Kill it, settle it, bankrupt it, settle, negotiate, do something with it. It's got to be dead. Kill that sucker. See, you got to want to fight for what you want. And some of you, half of you are lazy, the other half to be a little crazy. So if you got an IRS problem, irs.gov, you download a form called 656, 433A and B. See, I believe there's a solution for everything. There's step number 3. As we go and we're trying to build our goal. Years ago, I was the one trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TOW, became a Sperian and all that great stuff. From there, it's like working with Ken was fun. Next thing is Harold Stokes and me, creating rapid scoring, rapid refresh. Now, I want you to get it right. Rapid refresh, all it does is help block bad crap, push scores up, create green lights. That's all it does in the system. Our goal is to create green lights so we can get you some credit, personal, business, or division. So as you do this, that person there in front of you, 157 points in 45 days. From there, I like to basically put you in a rapid refresh in the system that we do. Again, that's what I want to do, but it's up to you to let me do that. Ray Reynolds, the Credit Hour, how can I help you? Okay, so, well, timeline is basically different for everybody. Here's what we want to do. You get in the program, we want to analyze you within the first 10 working days right away. Sometimes it'll happen 3 days, 5 days, whatever. The goal is to analyze you. And once we analyze you, we're going to see exactly what you need to do on your part. You follow through, I do my part, and we pop your personal, business, or division credit. That's what happens. So if you want someone to tell you it's 90 days, we'll say 90 days. We'll take 6 months. Gerald here took 14 months because he didn't do the things I asked him to do right away. Mickey here took 17 months. But at the end of the day, as long as you're gaining knowledge, rules, and tools and what you need, that's the bottom line. How old are you? You're 58. Fantastic. So you've taken 58 years to do it wrong and bring the pain home. Now you want to learn to do it right, and you want it done overnight. See my point? All right, thanks for calling. So the reality is a 750 score. That's the ultimate goal because everybody wants that, to make you a CFO. Now, here's a nice lady. All right, when I first talked to her to help coach and everything else with her, it was nice. We analyzed her. We see she's at a 651. She goes, yes, I've been that for 4 years. I go, why? I look at it and go, why are you only using half your credit? She doesn't have bad credit. She just has stupidity. Not her, but her attorney told her to use half her cards, so did the banker. That's called stupid. And I told her to quit listening to Dumb and Dumber. You see, on the bottom here, we have no green lights. A rapid refresh, 132 points. What did it create? You see the green lights over here? That allows me to get corporate credit for the corporation or the divisions, so you can write off the interest rate in the credit card. See, when you screw up your personal credit, you get stuck. That sucks. Using corporate credit, finance the business. If you screw it up, you get to write it off. If you win, you absorb the taxation. So the bottom line is, if you don't do it right under the corporation and divisions, I'm sorry, that's called stupidity. And none of you are stupid. All right, the problem is sometimes you follow like sheep and ducks. Here's a nice couple. Tricked by their bankruptcy attorney to file bankruptcy, him and his wife. $7,200. They didn't need a bankruptcy at all. But again, They were told they can't get credit for 10 years. I got them a card, rebuilt them right away. 11 collection accounts, total mess. Laid on a car payment, here's $3,000. See, when your back's against the wall and you want to friggin' give up, you got to realize as long as we focus, we'll get through the day and we can work it, and it always works itself out anyway. And that's the goal, test the faith. 750 score, not a problem. As long as you do your part, you're part of the program. And that's all you got to do. You'll be assigned a specialist. That's 800-510-3338. And that specialist will hold your hand, get the paperwork, you make sure you always go to workshops with me. All right, I want to do a rapid rescore. The system is going to rapid rescore what we're trying to do. Now listen carefully. What's going to happen is we'll tear your credit parts apart, not a problem. We'll put you in a rapid rescore. We're going to analyze you and tell you what you need to do. We're going to put you in classes on Saturday. Okay, I got classes from 6 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. From there, you're going to be guaranteed a 750. What happens is in the program for credit rebuilding, I charge $999, and I give you a $500 card back, so you can reimburse half your money. But during the broadcast, I always cut that price in half, okay, during the broadcast. So if I make it $499 while you're doing this now, and I give you a $500 card, you actually reimburse yourself. So take a picture of Zelle right now, please. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@rayscredit.com. There's bank transfer, deposit, or wire too, but you won't get the same bonus price that I'm telling you now. All right. So if your specialist does not reach out to you every week or two, or where you don't feel comfortable, they're not helping you enough, your goal is to call 800-510-3338 and put them in check. Always, because communication is the key. If you want to give us real referrals and not say, if you do this, Ray, I'll do this for you. I hear that every day. All right. I've got thousands of referrals, letters, videos. All right. You're not going to say, oh, I'm going to be the best one ever. I already have the best ones. Just do referrals because you want to get 10%. Okay. Not because you want me to chase the carrot. Okay. All right. So now here's a phone number, 888-567-8688. Opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. You're on the national mailing list. By the way, you did it to yourself, step 4. As we try to build our futures again and do it my way this time, you're going to have to basically plan the problem. Why? You brought the pain home. You screwed up, maybe filed bankruptcy, had a tax problem. Your friend and family knocked you down, got in your way, or you spent thousands of dollars for a bunch of crap, didn't work. If you take your personal cards in your personal wallet and you put a sticky in the back of the card, a sticky, you put the limit there, you maintain 25% always, and you don't go past 29%, you're creating yourself a line of defense. All the dashboards, based on what I train Yarborough to do, all say 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So that sticky is going to help you with your discipline. All right, and if you can't afford to eat, then have macaroni cheese with no cheese, like I did as a kid. You see, that's the most important thing you do, follow through, step 5. Now, what most people do when they have an emergency and they lose their job, they all do the silly same thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, then they jack up their personal credit in about 42 days. You see, when you lose your job because you're basically living off your credit and your lifestyle is your income base and you didn't build reserve the way it's supposed to be done, all you do in 42 days is jack up your cards, pop, and now you backed yourself in a corner. That sucks. Can you write down division subsidiary, please? Division subsidiary. See, if we use some common sense and we basically say, I need $5,000 now, you go ask your friends, your family, the bank, they all say no. See, when you need it, the answer is no. When you don't, here's some more. That's how it works. The average person wastes $50 every other day. If I take this 5,000 card in my hand and I max that sucker out today, the payment's $50 a month. So what the average person wastes every other day, they can maintain a safety credit card, is my point. From there, they say the average person wastes $140 a week. If I max out a $50,000 card, the payment's about $612.26. I can buy 2 pizza restaurants even during a pandemic, step 6 here, and use some common sense. Now, here's where I think people get it wrong. Husbands and wives, partners of lies, anytime you have joint credit, that's called stupidity. Stupid. Sorry, I want you to understand. That means if you're on the house together, he screws up, she screws up, you're both screwed up. God made us one. Our credit reports are separate. Got it? Your car shouldn't even be your car. And don't you ever do that joint. That'd be even double dumb dumb dumb. It should be a division. Tax ID and fleet price. We got chances today. Okay, reach in your dream, believe in yourself. Me, I'm going to believe in God. I'm going to believe in me. When I was kicking the door jam at 10, I used to freak people out. When I kicked the basketball hoop, all they knew is go, whoa. All right? You see white men do jump. I don't listen to the dummies around me. I'm sorry. I needed to survive. I needed to get out of hell. I didn't like eating out of a trash can. I thought that sucked because I didn't get a real mommy and a daddy like most of you. So when Nixon took the gold standard out, I don't think you paid attention at all. I don't think you know what that means today. So let's write down Ray's rules one more time. And let's understand something. I'd like to get you from 2 to 5 credit cards up to $100,000 of credit. I want this to be safety. The next time what? Lose your job, have mercy, all right? Pandemic maybe? See, safety credit for personal life makes sense. Using 29% gives you 71,000 of safety. When you use your personal credit to start a business, when you jack it up, you get stuck. Then you got to figure out how to get out of that, and that'll take you 1 to 4 years to figure it out. Or you're trying to get out of that situation you did to yourself. I'm sorry, all right? To me, that's called stupidity because it should never be done that way. From there, if you would have used corporate credit in the first place, you get to write off the interest rate in the credit card. If you screw up, you get to write that off like the banks and grocery stores do. If you win, you can absorb the taxation. But again, this is knowing how to play. See, I want you to have your cake and eat it too. And I want you to quit bringing the pain home to you and your family. Ray's rules. Step 7, become a certified CFO. Understand how to play. So let's understand July, all right, 13 years ago, 2009. Hey, I'm online. I'm in person, 44 years. I'm helping people 6 days a week. I'm working my tail off and having fun. Doesn't matter if you got millions and billions. Took out the yacht in the backyard, one of the 3. Next day, I'm in a coma, H1N1. So the reality is very simple. God wanted me to die and lose everything I had to come back and rebuild it in front of you. And that's exactly what I did. And your difference is you need to rebuild you now. You ever feel like the devil's pulling you down and holding you back? You see, God's delays aren't God's denials. Your choice is simple. A corporation's a legal person. A legal person. All right? I learned that when I was 7.5 years old. So the ultimate goes very simple for me. I needed to get out of hell. And that was the biggest thing for me in my life. I didn't like being used and abused. I thought it sucked. I knew there was a better way. So I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department, got a book, read the book. I couldn't find a blueprint. I wanted a dummy sheet because I didn't know that a corporation's a legal person. I went there for 2 years. I sent away my money order, Secretary of State of California. You see, corporations, since I was 9, I knew they were free. All you pay is a filing fee, and some of you pay thousands of dollars for a piece of paper, and they taught you, that's all, folks. I started helping Hand Industries at 9.5. Got credit in the mail, got named in the movie Dave. You see, here's the thing. You and me, we have one SSN. That means we're ducks. That means income, tax, all right, it follows in what we need to do. Corporation has the tax ID, and it has an 1120 form. That's okay. But the problem that I've noticed is people that have a corporation, when it's sued, they sue that person and take everything away. Divisions are the line of defense. It can be a division or a subsidiary, but it gives you another chance to try. Long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you must be dead. So our goal is very simple. When we look at this form called SS5, did you ever pay attention? I don't believe you read that form ever unless I told you to read it or you learned it from me, period. Until then, you're going, what's next? I don't get it. I fought for everything I had to fight for. I looked behind the curtain every time because I need to understand how to play. I got nobody to help me besides God, me. You got an SS5. We get one. That's all we get. One. One's a lonely number. SS4. Corporation. Okay, goody for that. Here we got to pay tax, and we're ducks, and they want us to be sheep until we die in probate. Over here, corporation doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. So the bottom line is pretty simple. If we get corporate credit, we can finance the business and write it off, win or lose. When you use your personal credit, that's called stupidity. That screws it all up. I don't understand. Why didn't you look behind the curtain as smart as you are? I don't get it. All right. Why are you not a qualified CFO? You have to learn to play. You got to balance that debt too. But it's up to you to learn how to play. All right. I'll teach you to play, and I'll play with you too, and I'll build you up right away. Personal life, break even. Anything above break even, corporation. So I need you to balance the debt. You hear me say that 1,000 times all the time. Balance the debt, don't bring the pain home, because that sucks when you do. Line 10 of an SS4 says right in front of you, banking and credit purposes. There you go. We can balance the debt, we can get to the American dream, we can be part of the 1%ers. And we can change that number. Corporation's a legal person, so it has a credit life. That's 10 cards per entity. Per entity. Do we understand this? So again, it's very simple. All right, credit's not taxable. We used it to finance the business. We use the right credit. We don't steal from the family. The reality is very simple. It's not legal or accounting advice at all. All right, it's public record. So a division, liability, disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Corporations and divisions get credit. How do I get more and how do I multiply? Divisions, the only way, or subsidiaries. If a cat can have 9 lives, it's part of the family, as they say, so can you. The ultimate goal is up to you too. So a division is your line of defense. Divisions to me are the key to basically not bringing the pain home. The ultimate goal. Ray Reynolds Credit Hour, how can I help you? Huh, okay. So you want me to argue with you or agree with you? Well, you say your attorney, okay, all right, said you don't need divisions. You're right, you don't. Nobody needs divisions. No, you're right. You're completely right. Well, I mean, since you have a perfect life, nothing ever goes wrong, all right, you don't need a division to have another chance to try. Oh, you filed bankruptcy. So you brought the pain home. So you're a dumbass, oh, excuse me, I don't say it out loud, I don't want to get pissed off. You're stupid attorney who don't know diddly squat how to fight for your life is telling you don't need divisions. Then don't get them. You see, you don't understand. All right, Carl here, it's perfect timing, had no divisions. Do you understand that? Okay, no divisions. One lawsuit, and Carl was the inventor of video pong. I lived at that house at 1074 Reading Avenue in Costa Mesa, 92626. I don't remember the address. Hell, I got total recall. My IQ is 203. I'll take on your stupid attorney any damn time. Okay, knowledge to knowledge, toe to toe in front of an open forum, if he's got the guts. Okay, this man lost 9 houses. Okay, he lost 3 cars. All right, he lost his boat. All right, he lost his family and his wife. And on top of that, his score went to a 530. And your stupid attorney, in my opinion, says you don't need divisions. You know, maybe someday you'll quit following the world like a bunch of damn sheep. Okay, because that's what you've been. When you filed bankruptcy, was your wife happy with you? No, she divorced you. Oops, there it goes. All right, keep watching. And if you don't want divisions, then don't get divisions. All I know is I can't bring the pain home. It's not acceptable. I made a promise I'd master all the rules and tools, look beyond the curtain before I even got married. I got 6 kids and 8 grandkids. I'll be damned if I bring the pain home. I'd rather freaking die okay? Because bringing the pain home is stupid. And I'm not stupid. I've been proving my point since the day I could read at 2.5 years old. All right, thank you for calling. I always thought the teachers were stupid. Oh, well. You see, there's always some turd going, you don't need this. You have a choice in this world. Listen, learn, let me hold your hand. The only person on the planet holding your hand 6 days a week. All right, do what I tell you to do. Don't even think. The more you think, the more you screw it up anyway. All right, and then you're going to tell me, and it's like, I got I got 5 people I deal with. There's 4 of them. I finished one of them. I got them to billionaire. Now I got 21 billionaires. And I'll do what you say. And then when you say, you need to do this, it's like a bunch of dummies. I get tired of that BS. But again, this man lost over 500,000 of corporate credit. He was the inventor of video pong. Do you understand, people? You hear this? Turn these suckers up. He was so busy fighting with basically Nintendo because they stole everything he was doing anyway, but they got more friggin' money. That's how it works. But again, I watched Joanne, so I compare the two, Joanne and Carl. What did Joanne do? Joanne had divisions. And these are factual stories, people, not made up shit. She got a lawsuit. She lost 1 division. 1 division. She kept her 4 houses, kept her 2 cars, her family. Her credit score stayed at a 780, and she kept her $100,000 of credit. And someone wants to say you don't need divisions. That's like saying banks don't need basically subsidiaries in different locations. All right, that's called stupidity. Divisions are the only thing I know in this planet how not to bring the pain home. And I'll tell you, I will fight, I will die before I bring the pain home. I mean, I've been shot twice by a gun, knifed 6 times, and I'm still going strong. Someone gets in my way, I'm going to figure out a way. Always. I always had to prove myself and always be smarter than the next turd in my way. All right, because I don't like turds. All right, they just get in the way. So divisions, you better have divisions, or I can't say you're stupid, but what do you want me to tell you? You brought the pain home. You won SSN. That's called stupidity. That's all you got. A corporate and division subsidiaries. If you don't play the game, then go away. Okay, I need serious people who want to play the game, because blank's going to hit the fan again and again. No matter what I say or do, somebody's always going to try to knock you down. No matter what, knock you down. The division to me gives me another life. And I'll tell you, sometimes it's nice to have 5 closet divisions and 3 divisions to me when I came out of that coma. That's exactly what I had. It's how I brought in $1 million in 6 weeks. Time's running out. I don't control time, neither do you. All I know is very simple. If I prepare the division for you, my team gives you a piece of paper, all right, you give us the names, we fill it out, give it back to you. We don't want you to think. You sign it, you mail it away, boom, it comes back to you, you give us a copy. Simple. My goal and what I'm great at is just so many things of this about personal business credit. And I'm not tooting my horn, okay? All right, don't let that sound arrogant. I just know I'm that good at what I do. Tax ID on a division. Then I'm going to establish a cash credit reward. Do you understand? Aspiring, transient, and Equifax. None of you have cash credit to a corporation. All right, maybe 1 or 2 if you're lucky, and you don't know how to play in divisions and corporations. So again, then I want to get cash credit cards. This is your starting point to not steal the money from your family. Write off interest rate and credit card. Then you want to go get some checkbook money. There's your goal. Why do you need divisions? It's a line of defense. They're cheap. Okay? I can turn around and have multiple functions. When I owned that shopping center that owned a Shakey's, 31 Flavor, satellite store, the buildings, the parking lot, all those were divisions and subsidiaries. You see, I have a problem. I don't want people to steal my shit. And when I was a little boy, that's all they did. Didn't matter how many yards I would mow, sell seeds, clackers, I'd go home and steal my money. Then I put it in a savings bonds. See, it's like you. You got kids under 18. Why don't you have double E bonds? What the hell's wrong with you? They double every 10 years. Why don't you have I bonds? Why don't you have the knowledge you need? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a sheep. Where do I go? This crap's got to stop. It's BS. Multiple functions. I buy everything at wholesale price. Even my first Rolex I got for free. Again, multiple credit reports. I love that sucker. If I screw up one, I got more. I got backups for a backup for a backup. Real estate, that first 841 million before a comma, division subsidiaries all over the place. This one slips and falls, I lose a piece. I don't lose it all. Anybody who does put everything in one basket's an idiot. Okay? That's all I heard as a kid. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Show me. They couldn't tell me. Have money for a rainy day. Tell me that. All the stupid things I heard as a kid. All right, then I had to basically find solutions for their stupidity. Again, I get to separate liability. Without a division, I can't do that. All right, I want to understand something as we play. Those are the standard 7 reasons we want divisions. And don't you dare damn a damn picture. You write that sucker down and put it here. I catch you taking a picture. All right, something I told you couldn't do it or film. All right, I got $250,000 out of you. Okay, rules and tools. Ray Reynolds, the credit hour. Well, then get your divisions and quit screwing up. Price is going up today. It's the 15th. I mean, I told everybody, I said the 15th. After that, prices are going back. 9 for $4,500. All right, 3 for 15. If you don't do it today, too bad. Okay, so Zella while I'm talking. All right, thank you. Division. When I watched Carl bring the pain home and break his wife's heart, and lose their friggin' house and their cars that they came and picked up in front of them. All right, maybe you've had a perfect life. Okay, and then you're talking to a guy that was worth about 20 million, but he didn't know how to do divisions, everything else. He was too busy trying to do what he think he was right. He had all his pieces. He had one basket. Wow. So again, having an experience transient Equifax cash report, to me, simple. Debt follows tax ID. I'll bankrupt that sucker fast than I have to. I'm saving my other pieces because I'm in a fight. I'm in a war. Hey, this is hell. Don't you understand? This is the test of our faith. Now look at my dashboard. Pay attention. This is where people screw up. As an affiliate, this is exactly what happens. I'm allowed to use SSN or SS4. You see that right there? I'm allowed to basically set up a corp and divisions, build credit reports, and I'll find out the SIC code, low risk, and then I'm requesting on the behalf of a corporation, a division, subsidiary, or you. How's that? Then I establish a credit report. Do you know how important it is to have a credit report, another one? You can't get another one. That's why you're basically all trying to repair or rebuild your credit. Rebuild works. Credit repair is a fraud. But that's up to you. It's simple. We can learn to play. So today's your last and final day, period, all right, for discounts for divisions. Time's up. It's the 15th of the month. I normally say 500 a piece because I not only what I said to do about paper back and forth, tax ID, add 2,000 of history. How much money would you pay to have 10 bodies in the closet? So you screw up another and get another one, another one, another one, another one. To me, that's what a division is. I'll take a body out of the closet and keep trying until I reach my goal. Every damn corporate credit card, I don't care if it's an ink card or a gold card, I want it to have babies. That means the corporation gets one, I want 9 more. Whee! As I wrote the procedure for divisions in 85 and 86. Then if I got a franchise or a piece of property, I want it in a division. I don't know who's going to slip and fall and sue me. I'm always basically going to plan the problem. Yeah, one of the attorneys years ago said, Ray, you're paranoid. Hell yes. Aren't you? There's always some turd trying to sue you and screw you. Come on, you watch all these attorneys, all right, and doctors get indicted last week alone. You got a senator, their house is being raided. You got Brett Favre on his own tax. Who's worth how much? I don't get stupidity. I don't get it. But you got to basically be up to you. You got to run your race. today. Last chance, period. If it's not done before I'm done talking, the answer is no. Quit calling the sales rep and asking them, and I keep telling them no. It was during the program. 3 divisions, it's $500. Tomorrow it's $1,500. 9 divisions is $999. Tomorrow it's back to the $4,500. Okay, if you do it today, while I'm speaking to you now. The division and subdivision class will be free on Saturday. It's one of my specialties at for $499. It'll be $0 if you did it today. If not, then you'll pay $499. You won't go to class. There's a Zelle. Take a picture. Ray Reynolds recipient, rayracecredit.com. Ultimate goal. You got choices to play. Third quarter's ending scares me. I'm always wanting to be prepared, and I got to plan the problem. Again, I got 68 days left. I got 94 working days. Or the opposite, 494 days left, 68 working days, sorry. This is Bank of America. All of them have this. An unsecured business line of credit up to $150. That's what they have. Again, no tax returns usually are needed. So I might want to have more than one bank account, but I got to make sure I play by the rules, because if you do more than 2 in 45 days, you're screwed up. Check system shuts you down. You don't know the rules and tools how to play that too, but I do. So your goal is very simple, up to $5.4 million, okay, of checkbook money. But it takes 3 divisions in a corporation to play. Again, that's up to you. They learn to leverage money, okay? And you can leverage money from $1,000 to usually up to about $1.1 million. I teach that in level 2 because borrow money is not taxable. Don't ever forget the reference of 3 right in front of you. Every application requires a cash application, requires a certified CFO, period. You might want to do real estate, franchise, leverage in money, profit sharing. It's up to you. But the bottom line is, whatever you're going to do, all right, understand divisions or subsidiaries should be classified as buckets of money. So here's what everybody does. They take their personal credit, they jack it up, get stuck. If they made millions, they'd be taxed to death till they're dead. And if they lose, they just back themselves in a corner and they're stuck. If you use corporate credit, right off the interest rate and credit card, if you win, you gain absorb the taxation. If you lose, hell, write it off. Banks and grocery stores do it in your face. Why didn't you pay attention? Your 401ks are going bye-bye right now. You better buy your lifetime income. If you ever want the full blueprint, how to get $1 million, I sold at the Bonaventure for over 30 years. Every Wednesday night, 12 book CDs, the Millionaires Founders Kit for, all right, $5,000. All right, through the broadcast, you can get it through me if you want. It's $999, all 12 books and CDs. There it is. If it's Zelle. As we play the game, we want to win. So what do we need to do? Stand here. Come on. Here's you. Here's me. Okay? You and me, we have an SSN. That's all we got. We all have one SSN, one chance to try. And that's not acceptable to me. Okay? That means we're all sheep and we're all a bunch of ducks. The corporation gets a tax ID SS4. But you can all get one of those, look at it today. They don't pay tax till they're profitable. So here we pay tax before we get the leftover to pay our bills. Here we get to pay the bills first before we pay the tax on the leftover. Which way do you want to play? But again, that's IRS rules. It's public record. It's like if I wrote you a check for $1 million, what would you do? You're going to put that check for $1 million in your personal bank account. I'm going to think it's stupid because you only get to keep $375. I would have told you to put it in corporation. See, that way you don't pay tax until you do all the things you're allowed to do to grow the business, and you pay tax on the leftover. That's the ultimate goal, step 8. All right, if there's any leftover. Richard here didn't listen. He went Survivor the first show, almost died twice. He was supposed to only keep up to $450 to $375 in the average, but he pissed away the money. I told him how to leverage it. He didn't listen. Well, what happened to Richard? 3.5 years in federal prison, 10 years probation, right back to prison when he violated parole. Again, pay tax or buy a mansion or a big one. Lamborghini, yacht. Hey, how about the neighborhood? All right, how about an island? Again, you can join the club if you want to. Mary's like all of you. Sorry, it's true. She used her personal credit. She jacked it up, got stuck. She took her 800 score and dropped it to a 591. From there, her restaurant filed bankruptcy. That forced her, because it's a corporation, went after her. She filed bankruptcy. She lost the family's house. Husband divorced her. Again, money seems to be one of the biggest problems in a marriage anyway. Okay, it's one of the two. But if that restaurant was a division of a corporation or subsidiary, she could have played like the banks and grocery stores do. She could have got rid of a piece, kept the other pieces, and then not lose her home. You see, if you're going to try any business, realize in the first 1 to 3 years, usually it fails because you don't have the money. If we get you the money, you get the honey. If it's a division, if it doesn't make it, you get to walk away. If it makes it, you get to play. I don't understand the world. Before I die, again, I pray they listen, because I want to change the world. That's the only reason I'm here today, helping you. I want to change the whole world, not just 80 people. All right, it's simple to be a certified CFO. Banks, grocery stores, Sam's Clubs do this in your face, and you didn't pay attention. You sat there going, beep, 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 beep. Branch numbers, tax ID, subsidiaries. I don't believe any of you looked behind the curtain in the first place. Okay, I want you to think about tax ID, division, subsidiaries as well. Step 9. That's your goal. We had 11 cities file bankruptcy before. How does have a city bankrupt? So I discharge my debts on my credit reports and allow you to continue refreshing. Then I can say I'm a CFO, and now I lean to the buckets. Well, yes and no. I always take pictures of comments because, all right, I want to get them as fast as possible. So let's break down your comments. You discharged your debts. That means you filed a bankruptcy, probably a Chapter 7 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. No problem, done. Discharged from there. Rebuilding you was the goal. Yes, getting you 750, rebuild, all that makes sense. Okay, then you can say you're hell. Do you know how many ding dongs called the office? I have a business. Oh, look at me. And I'll go, what kind of business you got? You got a corporation? Oh, no, I got an LLC. And it's like, the moment they say that, I know they don't know dilly crap. And they spend thousands on a piece of paper, they don't know crap. See, an LLC is a limited liability corporation. Hell, they don't even know they got one. Okay? So again, just because you say you got a magic wand, you're a certified CFO, bullshit. You have to become a certified CFO. Okay? Period. All right? Title is crap. How many macho guys, I'm a president of my company. You're full of shit. Okay? You're just a damn title. You're a flunky. Run it right. So, could you earn the right to be a certified CFO? If you do rules and tools, it'll take level 2, 3, and 3 divisions. If you don't do that, no, it's never going to happen for you. You have to learn to play. Come on, people. You have 11 cities that filed bankruptcy. They're part of the system. How does that happen? Well, it's simple. They are what? The United States of America Incorporated set up 50 corporations. There are states. The states set up corporations, there are cities. So cities literally filed bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act, Chapter 9. You didn't know how to play. They're doing it right in front of you. You don't pay attention. That means they wiped out the debt and stayed in business. You have the right to do the same damn thing. Apple files bankruptcy in 97. All right, out of business. Bill Gates gets indicted 4 times, trying to monopoly. What happens? He writes a check for $150 million off of a $1 billion line of credit. Because borrow money is not taxable, gives it to Apple. Now they're worth trillions. They even put money offshore. Our government allowed them to bring some back and not have to pay penalty. That was a couple of years ago because they're going to build a building. And then they wrote it all off because borrow money is not taxable. You see, you watch all these things in front of you and you don't pay attention. And this is where you got to get behind that curtain from now on, because I'm going to make you pay attention. You have to look at bankruptcy. I need you to Google bankruptcy. The one asked the question, he filed a personal bankruptcy. Why? Because he didn't know what the hell he was doing. He brought the pain home when it should have been a division or subsidiary. When you look at bankruptcy today, I want you to pay attention. It allows SSN, SS4. Is it you and your family again going to be the duck, corporation, division, or subsidiary? Who's going to be the duck the next time blank hits the fan? You got step 10. Again, I'm an affiliate. I got 119 creditors I get to play with. I have 7 dashboards. I get to do peekaboo so I don't waste inquiries like you. Like Mike here the other day. I got him a green Spark card for his corporation. I already set up the reports, got the tax IDs, got all the pieces. So now he's got a cash credit card to report to the report I set up already, ready to go. He's got another life. When he daisy changed it to a division, there's another life, another life, another life. How much would you pay for another life? How much you pay for the one who asked the question, because you filed bankruptcy, you brought the pain home? How much you would pay to know my shit and not bring the pain home? It's priceless. You would have paid $20,000 to $100,000. Again, you got a corp, I'll build it because I don't think you know diddly squat. Sorry, it's just true. I'll build you the cash credit up to $1 million. I'll teach you to be the certified CFO because you got to learn to play. I will tell you what to do. If you don't, that's on you to follow through. This is the only chance it's happening today. If you want coaching, because basically a lot of you have been asking for coaching this last week, private call with me, 7 for $499, 14 for $999, 19 for $1,499. It's offered now. After I'm done talking, the offer's off the table. But don't even try to buy my time from a rep. I'll be damned if I pay a commission to somebody for me. Okay, that doesn't happen. The only one sells my time is me. So that specialist is supposed to hold your hand. 800-510-3338. Here's a starter package for beginners, and that's what it's for. Let's rebuild the credit, rapid rescore, 750 score. They have a corp, we'll use that. Don't have a corp, here's articles for free. Also list tax ID. Setup in level 1 is every Wednesday, Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Period, 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 period. You get me to be your coach for 90 days. I'm going to build you $5,000 of credit back to you as we rebuild you up. I'm going to try to show you what a certified CFO is. During the broadcast, I discount that $1,999 fee in half to $999. Okay, very simple. There you go. If you want $25,000 of credit, it's called Millionaire in the Making. All right, again, same rules and tools, same being your coach. During broadcast time, instead of $4,999, we discount it half price to $2,499 to you during the broadcast. And it's always a Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Simple. All right. From here, we had to realize you have to beat your doubt and run your race. Okay. I'm sorry. I believe all of you done it wrong in the past. I want it done my way because my way makes sense. Step 15. Getting past go, show me your Lamborghinis and Ferraris and mansions and yachts, please. I can show you mine every friggin' day. But again, that's up to you. You see, I'm factually verifiable. Most people fully, you know what? God's gift. Why not have mansions in the harbors too? Race boats to Ray Reynolds University.com and yachts. Why not? From there, it offsets taxes. Helicopter building Lamborghinis too. See, pay tax or buy a building, pay tax or buy a McDonald's, pay tax or buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Why not? Buy an island. Simple. Now, you need to repackage your whole life because I think a lot of things you do are wrong. So your choice is simple. Rebecca was killed at her front door, God rest her soul and her family. In 1989, it broke my heart. DMV sold her information for $10. They created the Schaefer bill, and I want you to Google the Driver's Privacy Protection Act. I want you to basically change your driver's license, raise rules, because I don't want you bringing the pain home. PO box or mailing address. That's step 12 for you. Ultimate goal. It's like when you buy a car. I think what you do when you buy a car is stupid. That's just my opinion. You go to the dealership, you get sweated for 5 hours, you lose $5,000, you get 9 inquiries. You allowed it to happen to you. You didn't set the tone. Well, you should have done when you handed that paper back to them, because that's show you went to the dealership. All right, but at least allows one inquiry and take a picture. You could have controlled the inquiries on you in the first place. You got to step up, step 13. Your goal is simple. A car should be fleet price, tax ID division. I've had arguments after tax IDs. I've had arguments of tax attorneys and CPAs, and I agree with them. Your car, you can't use it as a full ride after the corporation. But if you have a corporation that buys a car at fleet price, tax ID division, it's a complete write-off. It's not even your car. As a certified CFO, you got the keys. You're allowed to drive the car on behalf of the corporation. If you're a registered owner of a car, that's called stupidity. Hey, they got the attorneys and doctors got indicted a couple of weeks ago, Los Angeles. This stuff happens all the time. Did you understand? All right, there's always somebody ripping somebody off. All right, and you're talking about famous football players, doctors, lawyers, Congress people. All right, you better start protecting your ass. That's registered owner, you're a duck. Division, they get diddly squat. Why not? Again, it's up to you. Step 14. All right, planning the problem. If a cat can have 9 lives, so can you. Division subsidiaries give you the line of defense. Every piece of property I ever had has been in a division. I don't know who's going to slip and fall and sue me. Paycheck should always be a buffer of your house payment for basically, it offsets the taxes. Amazon's first 10 billion, they didn't pay tax. First 10 billion trillion, they don't care, they don't pay tax. They're playing the game. So when I tell you about divisions, your choice is simple. You be like Carl there, you lose everything, the founder and the inventor of video pong, and be a dumbass because he didn't listen to me. I lived in the house. Or you can be like Joanne, who keeps all her assets, because I'll be damned if she'd lose anything for her, because I wanted to make sure she protected her assets. Now, she was told, don't have division, you don't need them. But one lawsuit killed one lawsuit could have killed the rest. I wonder if I'm right. All right, I think I'm right. What do you think? Divisions are now. It's simple. All right, you have 7 standard reasons why. Those are the reasons why. Write them down. Do not take a picture, because I told you you can't. I want you to put it here to understand. Line of defense. You don't bring the pain home. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. Multiple credit reports, separating pieces, flippity dippity doos, separating liability. I want a cash credit report for every division. That's my most important thing. I get a body in the closet. That makes sense to me, because my dashboards don't lie. I can build a report under SSN, SS4. I like to build more under SS4 because I don't need to build one to SSN. So there's the goal, but it's up to you. Based on the behalf of a division, corporation, subsidiary, or you, again, it's a choice. Divisions, they're $1,500 for 3, adding 2,000 of history instead of the report for you. The division should have a credit card in every one from the parent company. Learn to daisy chain the credit. Basically have a piece of property and a franchise. One screws up, you got one more to go. Last chance today, it's the 15th of the month, that's what I've said. If it's not done today, tomorrow, it goes back to $1,500 for 3, $4,500 for 9. That's simple. Today it's $500 for 3, $9.99 for 9. It's a giveaway. We don't make anything, we actually lose something on that. Again, if it's done while I'm talking on the webinar, you can get to the divisions and subdivision workshop this Saturday at 2:30 for free. If it is not, the answer is no. From there, it is a Zell, Ray Reynolds, recipient, RayRaisCredit.com. Every time I watch the bank do what they do, so I became a consultant. Every time I watch a restaurant get rid of a location or a grocery store, it's like, how do they do this? I'm asking the questions looking behind the curtain. They're not doing anything wrong. They do what they want to do. He's not the richest guy on the planet. I wish people would quit saying that. It's like people going, George Washington was the first president. That's not true. Hanson was the first president. And for a week, there was one before him too. And a woman ran the White House for 17 months. All right, so they can't say one wasn't acting as president because it's true. But again, I just have to keep proving my points. He can play with Twitter every day if he wants to, or that team. He's got his base on his spaceship. So's the other guy. So's the other guy. They're playing the game in front of you and paying almost diddly squat on tax because the corporation only pays tax when it's profitable. Again, if their lines of credit offset the income, they're okay. So pay tax or buy a bigger friggin' mansion. How about the neighborhood? How about a yacht? How about an island? Let's go. Again, it's a choice. So you could join the club if you want to. That's why I advertise, and I'm online 6 days a week, 800-536-3216. So you can play with me. Invite your friends and family. Get to know me, because I'll hold your hand 6 days a week till we're done. Simple. 8 specialty classes, rotation, stock kit, real estate, nonprofit, leveraging, tax balancing, Dun & Bradstreet. All right, from there, divisions, subdivisions, because everyone should have a credit card, a bank, an account, whatever, and a piece of property. Daisy chaining of credit, leveraging money, great. So again, the class by itself is $4.99. It's this Saturday at 2:30. There's your Zell information. That's all you got to do. See, credit repair is a joke. Stupid letters doing what? For 3 years still and having bad credit? I don't get people who waste money, don't verify what's happening. I can rebuild you in 90 days or less if you do what I tell you to do. If it takes longer on your part, that's what takes longer. Not me, you. Credit rebuilding works because you're part of the program. 750 score, guaranteed. Classes on Saturday, $9.99 normally. Broadcast price is $4.99, and you get a $500 card back to you. It's a giveaway. Okay, step 15. Specialists should hold your hand every step of the way. 800-510-3338 to get to the classes too. Starter package, rebuild the credit, rapid scoring. Articles, if you got them, good. If you don't, I'll hand them to you. Also list, tax ID, set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. $5,000 of credit back to you, and I'm going to charge you $1,999. I'm your coach for 90 days. I want to train you to be a certified CFO. During the broadcast, I cut the price in half, so you get 5 times your money back. The million in the making is simple. You get $25,000 of credit. Bottom line is simple. It's $4,999. During the broadcast, we cut the price in half, $2,499. You get basically 10 times your money back. See, there's no excuses with me. Ray Reynolds recipient, rayscredit.com, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Simple. Needs to be done now. Specialist doesn't get back with you a week or two, you call that number, you put them in check. See, running your life through a corporation, all right, without divisions is called stupidity. With, working in conjunction without divisions, still the same problem. Okay, step 16. We have to understand something's going to always go wrong. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. Your paycheck is taxable income, is it not? You pay the payment, gas, registration, insurance on the leftover. If you said no, you could be driving a company car like I do. But that's step 17, learning to play. Line 10 does not lie in the SS4 form. It says banking purposes and banking credit purposes right there. Every one of you can go to irs.gov today. You can quit being a duck and download an SS4 form. Learn to play. It's up to you. Again, you watch the United States of America Incorporated do this. You watch the 50 states, the cities too. See, we are the people. We the people. It's our constitutional right to understand the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. Nixon took the gold standard out, and I don't believe any of you realize what that means. It's like when Mama got the SSN form from the hospital to be released with her baby, to put the baby in the stroller, the car seat, and go home. You see, they want to bond the baby and print some more money. The bottom line is like this: escrow, closed, homestead, trust. That's when you buy a house. If you have a house today that's not in a trust, when they sue it, they take it away. When you die, you're stuck in the probate, and your family get diddly squat when you die. You fixed up a property, you hire the contractor that stands, and they hire the contractors that stand outside Home Depot, good workers. But if they slip, fall, and cut corners and sue you, they take everything you got. Planning the problem, doing it my way through division subsidiaries, all right, if there's a problem, they're going to get diddly squat. Why not? Irrevocable trust. I would like you to look at it, but that's up to you, step 19. Now, I get people every day always saying, Ray, I want to do what you say, but I don't want to pay tax. And I'm going to tell them to knock off the crap. You see, you cannot play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. Okay? You got to work within the system. Corporations pay tax when they're profitable. So we have to understand irs.gov. All right, if you have to do an offer and compromise, 656 form, 433A and B, get your butt back in the system. That's basically step 20 today. Ultimate goal. Everything I do is in steps. From here, if you truly want to buy at wholesale price or save up to 70%, like when you fix up a piece of property, you don't have to pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Escrow can pay off the debt if you wanted to. Now you get up to 200,000 left over. Problem you got here is most people piss it away. You could actually leverage that into 10 to 20 million dollars. But again, I want to teach you to use borrow money and spend that versus spending your cash, because once you spend the cash, it's kind of like bye-bye. When you got money, the banks want to kiss your assets. Raise rules, leveraging money. Borrow money is not taxable. Line of defense makes sense to me. Basically, that's basically step 21 called blackjack. You have the ability. This is my building, all right, when I died in that coma in 2009. 22,000 square feet, Irvine Spectrum. Other buildings in other locations, other states, up to $1 million a day. All I can figure out is God wanted me to lose everything in front of the world, which I did, die and come back and start over again, which I did. And I got into millions and billions again. So your choice is very simple. Learn from what I had to go through, what I created for you, telling you what to do, and I pray you follow through. Only time you will get the time as of tomorrow, it goes away. I usually do it at the 15th, and like in the third quarter, fourth quarter situation. So 7 calls, $499, 14, $999, 19, $1,499. It will not be offered tomorrow or on this weekend. So the bottom line is I like checkbook money. All right, a division or subsidiary gives me my line of defense. And you're right, like the call. You don't need a division. As long as you got a perfect life and nothing goes wrong. But if they sue the corp, they sue you. So you have to make a decision. Do you like bringing the pain home or not? Step 22. Ultimate goal. Divisions to me, I watched it firsthand. The man who invented video pong fight with Nintendo. He lost everything fighting with them. He didn't have divisions, but Joanne had divisions. So she won from one lawsuit. He lost everything. So the reality is very simple. You can listen to dummies or you can listen to me. Divisions need to be done now. Here's 7 reasons why. Credit reports. I get to set them up for you. You don't have to second guess, and that's what makes sense. Divisions are $500 a piece, 3 for $1,500. Today it's discounted 3 for $500. Final chance, 9 for $999. It's a giveaway. As of tomorrow, it goes back to $1,500 for 3 and $4,500 for 9. So if it's not done today, oh well, you missed out the opportunity. Division subsidiary class workshop on Saturday 2:30. It's free if you did your divisions today. Ultimate goal. There's your Zell. That's all you need to do. What are you willing to lose? Family? No. Corporation? They sue you? No. Divisions? We play a game, both sides, we're going to lose pieces. But at the end of the day, we both want checkmate. And that's what we get, step 23. So as we play the game, give me real referrals. Say it if you're going to. If don't say it if you're not going to. Okay? All right? The bottom line is it's not my car. But I do have the keys to the building in that car. So I'd rather be the puppet master. All right? Reaching the dream, think to be the impossible, using race rules, making millionaires, in a corporation in 3 divisions, and making sure you become a certified CFO. Not just a title. Never have joint credit, makes no sense. It's just in the way. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporation, just a piece of paper, people. And some of you spend thousands for something you could have got for free, minus a little filing fee. Give it life. Divisions for real estate, franchise, current business. line of defense, raise rules. See, I give you bonus cash credit because I want you to use it to write off the corporation as you grow it. I want to give you a fighting chance. That's step 24 as you become a certified CFO. So we got our 94 days left of the year, 68 working days. That's all we got. Time's running out. Your specialist is 800-510-3338. If you're not assigned to one yet, we'll get you assigned to one too. Credit repair, fraud. Credit rebuilding part of the program, yes. 750 score, guaranteed. All right, $9.99 normal. Today it's $4.99. You get a $500 card to reimburse yourself. Average case 90 working days or less. From here, starter package, rebuild the credit, rapid score, articles, also tax ID, setup in level 1. Every Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. 5,000 of credit back to you. Train you to be the CFO. We discount to half price, $9.99 on the webinar. From there, it's up to you. If you do it now, you get the price. If not, you don't. Made in the Making gets 25,000 of credit. CFO, I teach you how to do that. During the broadcast, I discount it in half, $24.99, and you get 25,000 of bonus cash credit. So you could and should be the corporate millionaire. Okay, that's what you need to do. If the banks and grocery stores do this, you should do this too. So the bottom line is, stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and become and reprogram your brain into millionaire status. I'm always going to say, see it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal. So as we do this to stay safe and strong, our goal is very simple today because there's always something that goes wrong. Okay, the bottom line is very simple. We got to do our best as God does the rest. All right, Ray, does the division use a tax ID for the parent company? You're using the same tax ID for the corporation. Your divisions don't need tax ID till after your date you change the credit. Okay, but since we do coaching on Mondays, you can make your list of questions. We'll be ready to go for that as well. Okay, so you made a whole list. Okay, always remember. All right, the credit hour isn't for, it's for clients, that's good. But again, all right, technical questions are during the class is what we do, okay? So main thing is staying safe and strong. We do our best, Jesus does the rest, amen to that too. Ultimate goal. At the end of the day, if you need to talk to a specialist or one you have, 800-510-3338, step 25. Keep in mind, division pricing changes as today, as of tomorrow. If it's not done right away, like now, you'll be paying the normal price. I tried to discount it for about 3 weeks to get people to get it done right away. So we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.